say hello to each of you. Hello to Ashlyn and Hannah and Riley and Ella. I hope this finds you well. I'm going to continue with some point work today and a review of choreography that I introduced last week. You might be excited to know that I found a different version of the music, and it is considerably slower, and I think it's going to work really well for us. So later in the class, we'll get to have a listen to that. But in the meantime, let's get ready to do some point work, warm up our feet, and do some strengthening exercises. Okay, ladies, our first exercise, we'll face our bar apparatus in parallel, and as always, we take our preparation 5 and 6, 7 and 8, tendu 1 and cross over 2, plie 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and tendu 7, close it 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and close 8, 1, lift the heels, 2, full point 3, and stretch up 4, and rolling down 5, roll up 6, and roll down 7, hold 8, and plie, heels up, full point and stretch, roll down 5, roll up 6, roll down 7, and open to you first. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, demi point, full point, heel forward, knee to the side, demi point and lower. Tendu and push, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, close 8. Plie, heels up 2, full point 3, stretch 4, rolling down 5, roll up 6, roll down 7, hold 8, and again plie and heels up and forward, full point and stretch, rolling down 5, rolling up 6, rolling down 7, and let's go ahead and take one more roll up here at the end, just to find our centers and our balance. And today we'll take our arms to the 5th position, and then turn our heads to the right and center, left and center, and coming through to plie, stretch, and finish. Remember, especially in your first positions, that we want to keep our little toes on the floor, feeling the arches lifted up off the floor. And that's whenever we're standing flat, or if we're in demi-plie, at all times, really keeping that connection between your pinky toes and the floor. Okay, so getting ready, parallel 6th position. Stretch out and to not knock ourselves off balance. Most of the time, what is going to end up happening if we do lose our center and have to take the bar is that something in our alignment through our spine, our rib cage, our pelvis is starting to get a little bit off, right? If something like this starts to happen, or something where this starts to get up in the back, or this falls out in the front, any of that, tiniest little bit will throw you off your center when you're trying to turn your head back and forth. So if you want to take a little extra time and play with that a little bit, then now would be a good time to do that, right? Just feeling your alignment, everything stacked on top of each other, and then trying to move the head freely without knocking yourself off of your balance. So that's something that you can work on and take as much time as you want. All right, so we'll get ready to continue in a moment. Okay, ladies, we'll take another exercise with some rolling up and releves. So from first position, again, preparation 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we roll up 1 and 2, plie on point, opening the knees, heels forward and rotating. 3, stretch up 4, demi-plie, releve, roll down 7, 8. Rolling up again, 1 and 2, and plie and stretch. We'll take the left arm off, stretching to the right, 5 and 6, and open, rolling down on you 7. In second position, starting the same thing, roll up and 2, plie 3, stretch up 4, demi-plie, releve, roll down 7, 8, and rolling up, no plies there, sorry. 2, and plie, stretch, and left arm, or right arm off to stretch left, and 6, and open, rolling down on you, close 5th, right foot in front. Same thing in 5th position, rolling up, 2, and 3, and 4. Demi-plie, just releve, no sous-sus. Squeeze to roll down, 7 and 8. Rolling up 1 and 2, and 3, and 4. Cross the front leg, the right leg, over to a tight 5th on the and then we take our right arm off, looking to the right and arch back, 6, and coming up 7, plie, tendu, close back. We repeat with the left foot in front, 1 and 2, plie 3, and stretch 4, demi-plie, releve, squeeze 2, roll down 7, 8, rolling up 1, 2, plie 3, and 4, cross. Arm off, left arm off to stretch back, and 6, and 7, recover 8. We're going to stay with the left foot in front, and let go. Thinking about both legs rotating. With your hands off the bar, in 5th position, we'll want to adjust our weight from both feet to the back foot, releasing the left leg to 2nd position, out, close it back. So again, that's my little challenge for us here at the end of this exercise. Just adjusting our weight from one foot to another foot, releasing the front leg, and then we'll go ahead and take it one more time. Release release the front leg to second position, close it in back in fifth, and we'll lower down and finish. So we take the exercise in first position, and we'll stretch to the right, Tanji second. Repeat in second position, the stretch goes to the left. Repeat in fifth position with the right foot front, right arm off to arch back, looking right. Repeat left, leg in front, arching back, looking left. Let go and balance. Release the left leg to second position, close back. And then releasing the right leg to second position and closing back. Now that's when you're on point. I'm not on point right now. Okay? Really exaggerating every part of our shoe. So it's not just about being up on point, but all of the points in between being flat and up on your full point. All right, here we go. First position. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolling up. 1, 2. Plie, point and stretch. Demi-plie, releve, squeeze, roll. Holding up 2. Plie and stretch. Left arm off, stretching right. Second position, rolling up, plie and stretch, demi-plie, releve, roll and squeeze, roll up, plie on point, right arm off, stretching to the left, open and roll down, Tanji close fifth, plie, stretch, squeeze, roll. Roll up, plie, stretch, cross, right arm off. Roll up, plie, stretch, demi-plie, releve, squeeze, rolling down. Roll up, plie, stretch, crossing, left arm off. And we take our balance. Releasing the left leg. Closing back. And releasing the right leg to close back. And lowering down. All right, ladies, we'll have at least one more exercise here facing the bar. So we'll put our right foot in front in fifth position for some échappés. Preparation 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have double échappé to second. Échappé 1, plie second 2, releve 3, close fifth 4. That does change feet. Again, 5, plie second 6, and 7, close and 8. Échappé 1, close fifth 2, sous 3, plie 4, 4 échappés, 1 count each, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Repeat. Échappé, plie second, releve, close fifth. Again, double échappé, and up and fifth. Échappé, close fifth, sous, plie, 4 échappés, and 6 and 7 and 8. Sous, pick up the front foot, 3 and 4. So you're in passe or retiré with the front foot, holding 5, 6, test your balance, 7, close it, 8. And pick up the back foot, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, plie, comes down to a little coupe, piqué pas de bourrée, up and close, left leg off, passe 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, close, 8, back foot, up, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, plie coupes, piqué pas de bourrée 7, and 8. Alright, so it's kind of like 2 parts to the exercise. The first part with the échappés, and then the second part, just picking up the foot to retiré, devant, retiré derrière, with a piqué pas de bourrée to change to the other side and repeating the retiré section. So as always, if you need to review the exercise, back it up, watch it again, and then continue. Here's the music, right foot in front. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie second, heels forward and little toes on the floor left. Plie second, up, close. Échappé, close, 5, sous, plie 4, échappé, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Repeat out. Plie second, heels forward, up, and close. Out. Plie second, and releve, and close. Échappé, and 2, sous, plie. Échappé, 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 sous, pick up the right. 5, 6, 7, close front, pick up the back foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plie, piqué, pas de bourrée. Left foot off and 2, knee to the side, pinky toe touching in the front. 5, 6, 7, close, 8, back foot off, 1, 2, make sure your hip is down. 5, plie, keep it up. Okay, ladies, so I was just kidding. We are going to have another exercise facing the bar. This one is going to actually start out away from whatever you're using as your bar. In 5th position. We take preparation 5, 6, 7, and 8. Plie, chasse with your heel forward. Releve, arabesque. Hold 2. Beat in the back, so it comes to coupe, derrière. Beat in the front, beat in the back. 3 and 4. And then we plie, releve, pull under. Plie, releve, pull under. Plie, and pull under. Plie, pull under. Stretch the leg second, bring it to the front in coupe. Close 5th, plie, chasse back, and close. Repeat other side. Plie, chasse, releve. Hold 2. Bring it into the back, beat front, beat back. 5 and pull under 6. And 7, pull under 8. 1, pull under 2. 3, pull under 4. Stretch the leg to second, that's just 45 degrees. Bring it into the front in coupe. 5, comes in 6, close in 5th and plie and chasse back and close. So some things to think about for this exercise. Really thinking about the heel forward as you chasse, so the heel doesn't drop back, but you're leading as if you're leading that chasse to the front with the heel, and the toes are staying back. And then as you come into the coupes, be sure that your knee is staying rotated and turned out. If we're already in our arabesque, the knee stays back, so don't let the knee drop forward. And then keeping that position of the foot low in that coupe. And then of course we want to remember to hold the turnout in both legs as we plie and keep that as we pull under for a releve each time. And then as we stretch the leg, pull it to the coupe front, close 5th, plie. Be sure to really feel that 5th position. And then the pinky toe leads as you chasse to the back and close, tendu, finish. Okay, so this is an exercise I would like to see from each of you. If you could, probably would be easiest to video it from the side is just like this one. So just maybe turn your chair if that's what you're using so that you can video from this viewing angle. Okay, so it starts with the right foot in front, just slightly away from your bar. And again, we plie, chasse, releve, arabesque to your bar. 1, releve, 2. And then we come to coupe 3 and coupe front 4. Back, front, back. That's on 3 and 4. And then we have 4 releves in the coupe. Stretch the leg second, bring it coupe front, close, 5th, plie, chasse back, and close. And then we start the other side. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie, chasse up and back and back. Plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve. Stretch the leg going to continue and review choreography that I went over last week and that we just started learning when we were last together. So I have received a video from Ashlyn showing some of the choreography that we went over and I went over last week, but I haven't seen anything from anybody else with that. So ladies, I would like for you to try to do your best to get me something so that I can give you some feedback and tell you some things that you need to work and focus on. So last week, I had said that for all of our review purposes, we were just going to hold our arms in a demisecond position, which is basically what most of us are doing. Half of us are doing that anyway. We just happen to have our palms forward, but as you're practicing at home, keep your arms in a demisecond. And remember, as we begin, our head is looking right over our right shoulder, and we have 5 and 6 and 7, and we're going to change and pick up the front foot and change the head to look left on 8, and then we have our 10 little emboîtés traveling to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your head is all the way over your right shoulder by number 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée, looking front. Pick up the front foot and look right. Going left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée. Pick up the left or the front foot and look left. And then we repeat that 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée. Just out of the view. Pick up the front foot and look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée. And on the last one, as I had reviewed last week, we stay up in 5th position. And our head is looking front. So, yes, I want you to work on the feet and make sure that you have the feet down, but it's helpful to go ahead and start practicing the head. So if you have 10 emboîtés traveling to the side, then you want to think of it taking 10 counts for you to go down, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You should be looking down and forward by halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée, pick up the front, look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeté, pas de bourrée, pick up the front and look left. Okay? So, that was the first section. And let's go ahead and just review the second section. Now, I think that the tempo of this music is going to be good for us to go ahead and trying to do 4 échappés. So as you're practicing at home, go ahead and see if you can get the 4 échappés to second after each entrechat passé. So remembering, let's say we're in 5th en relevé, we have our entrechat, we're looking forward, and then for our passé, we look in the opposite direction of our passe. So our right leg picks up, we look left. It puts down in the back, and then we repeat with the left leg front. Entrechecot, look right. And then we have 4 échappés. So the head has to go down and up on the échappés. Then by 2, we should be down in the center with the head. You don't look straight down at the floor, but it's really out in front of you. So our head is looking right. We have and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And then we repeat. Entrechecot, passe, entrechecot, passe, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 8. Right, so the head is going to be finishing looking left at the end of that section. So why don't we just take that much with the music, and then I'll go over and review the third section, and then maybe we'll put all of those together with the music. All right, with our left foot in B plus, and our heads are looking to the right. Arms are in demi-second position, and I will start the music. Remember, we count 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and on 8 and, that's when we change our foot and turn our head to our left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 2, 1 and 2, 8. Reverted back to my old point shoes because I didn't want my new point shoes getting dirtied up out here. So if you see points where I'm not going on point, that's me. You should always take the relevés on point as much as possible. So that's the first two sections. And you will notice, and maybe remember, that the emboîté sections, you were moving slightly in a diagonal down stage on each pass. Well, in the second section with the entrechecot passe, that actually is going to move everybody, because we're all connected, it's going to move us upstage. And that section is going to move you back upstage, so that for the third section, you'll start coming back downstage. So let's review that third section. we just finished our last échappé, and our head is looking left over our left shoulder. So we have our little chassé relevé arabesque to the right, and up, beat, beat. Plie fit. And that head goes down and up. And up, beat, beat. 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 So you have 8 of those. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't get too close to the camera so that it doesn't cut off my feet, but inevitably it does happen. So 8 of those. Let me start as far back as I can. And relevé, beat, beat, fit, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Right, so you finish with the right foot off the floor in front, coupé. And the head is inclined towards the left, to the left. Not as drastic as our other heads, but really more of a diagonal to the downstage corners, to the right, to the left. So you would finish your 8th one here with the right foot in coupé front, and your head is over the downstage left diagonal. So I'll back up the music a little bit, and we'll just take that section on its own with the music. The important parts of that, again, remember, are after the beat back front, be sure you close that foot in 5th position before you start your chassé to the next direction. So let's see if I can back it up a little bit here. Just put your right foot in front and take your head to the left. Practice your hands. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Hop a brand with right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jet 10. Hop a brand with left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jet 10. Hop a brand with right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll see, and may have just experienced, that it's still quite quick. So what do we do when things are quick? we have to make it small. Small and efficient, right? So it's not a grand chassé into your releve. It's very, very small and quick. And up, and up, and up, and up, and up, right? This section again, for even without the head, still kind of reminds me of ice skaters for some reason or another. Just an interesting point there. So remember, when you're practicing at home, try to keep it small and compact, efficient, so that you can practice staying in the music. I'm going to back it up one more time just to that section since I know that it just finished. And we'll practice that coming forward one more time. Now that releve, ladies, is on, in Arabesque, it is on point. But again, my shoes are super dead and I'm not going to be taking them on point. But you should be practicing them on point as best you can in your space. So let me back it up just a little bit. Let's see. The end of that section, that third section that we just did, is at the 1 minute mark. So, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was interesting. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So review that for a moment, and then I will add the next probably 2 sections, just because the section after this next section is fairly straightforward. Okay, ladies, so the 4th section comes after the chassé Arabesque, and we finished. I'm going to try to stay back so that you can see my feet. We finished our last chassé Arabesque beat on 8. You're going to change feet on the and. So you're in front coupe, you're going to change to the left foot in the back coupe, and your head changes from the left diagonal, downstage diagonal, to the right downstage diagonal. You have 4 little emboîtés moving upstage to your upstage left diagonal. Front, back, jeté. So that's a jeté under. So the left leg brushes, and you land on the left leg, bringing the right leg to coupe, devant, and we releve, and extend to second position, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. So after the 4th set, we stay up in our releve. And again, that's on point. little releve with a small low développé to the écarté position because it's on a diagonal, the downstage front diagonal. If you noticed, I was sort of demonstrating your head, so once you've changed to the back coupé, left foot in coupé to start the section, the 4 emboîtés, the head goes down, 2, 3, 4, jeté. As you releve, it changes back to the downstage right diagonal. And 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. So, just like the rest of this dance, it's still quick. And like the beginning emboîtés, you will want to be sure to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, and up. This music, I'm going to play the music, which is at the beginning or right before the beginning of the chassé arabesque with the beat. And then I'll let it play through this section, the 4 little emboîtés with the jeté releve. Again, that's that section, and I really should probably try to show that starting over on this side so that I don't get off the screen. And I will do that as we take this section once again with the music. But just a quick little review. Once you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. Right, so we don't have any time to hesitate on that 4th emboîté. Front, back, jeté. Right, you go right away into jeté, and then cut under yourself to start the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, up. So let's just take that much with that section again with the music. I'll start again from the arabesque, but 5, 6, 7, 8, and arabesque beat, arabesque up, arabesque up, arabesque up, stop, arabesque up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté, 3, 4, and jeté up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté up, 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté up. The next section, I said that I would add on 2 more sections. So we just did the emboîté, jeté, releve section. The next section is a series of pas de chat, traveling on a flatter diagonal to the downstage right. So let me just be sure that I'm telling you the correct number. starting right before the chassé arabesque. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and jeté. 1, 2, 3, 4, and jeté up, and 1, 2, jeté up. Okay, so it's 15 pas de chat, traveling towards the downstage right corner. So if we just finished jeté relevé, so we're in relevé with our right leg extended in that low écarté, we don't put that foot down. We just start from there, plié. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think I was out of the view there. After 15, your head is looking in the direction that you're traveling, ladies. You release the left leg, which is in front, to little low dégagé position on count 16. So again, that's 15 pas de chat with your head looking out over your right shoulder. And then after 15, 16. For the moment, you're just going to have your head straight front. The next sections, when we start the next section, the head will, of course, change. So, we have 4 sections now. The first set of emboîtés, passes, going right, left. Entrecôte passé, 4 échappés, 4 times. Relevé chassé arabesque, or chassé relevé arabesque, the little beat. There's 8 of those. And then we have 4 sets of emboîté, 2, 3, 4, jeté, relevé, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, jeté up. And then we have pas de chat, 15 of them, plié, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, it's quick, so that means it has to be smaller, right? We're not doing a big pas de chat up here. We still have to have the same turnout and the same nicely pointed feet, but they're smaller and because they're fast. Also must make sure that we are landing in 5th position. So let's put all that together from the beginning. And if you haven't shown me a video of the beginnings, then I want to see those from those of you that have not submitted a video for those. If you have, Ashlyn, then I would like to see definitely the 3rd and 4th sections, and doing your best to put all 4 sections together. And I know that space is limited, so I just want you to do the best that you can for the space that you're moving in. So, final review with the music, going all the way through all 4 sections, from start to where we finished. not sent me anything yet, and if you want to also send parts 3 and 4, that would be great. But definitely, definitely Ashlyn, I would like to see parts 3 and 4, since I've already reviewed your parts from 1 and 2. So until next time, you have a lot to work on, a lot of material to practice, and we'll see you next time. Miss you, girls.